Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 12 of the Skilling Career Mode. And yeah, it's transfer deadline day and we got 10 hours to do our final business before the transfer window shuts down for another 6 months. So yeah, I was looking to kind of strengthen my defense a little bit on the right back spot. I was looking at Brian Carrasco and Wallace towards the end of the last episode before I went into an FA Cup match up against Liverpool. So this time around I decided to throw in some offers because the two clubs came back to me and let me know how much they wanted for their players. So I of course offered a little bit less and both clubs came back saying my offers were unacceptable. So I decided to go into my finance budget and change it around a little bit. Now, I had a lot of wage budget on my wage budget because I've sold on some of the old players who did take up quite a bit of wages, but the money, the board said they would give me 3 million. They never came in, and I don't know why. They said they would give me the money, but they never showed up in my transfer budget, so I had to do with what I had already, and I offered a little bit more for Carrasco and Wallace. And I would advance through transfer deadline day, and both clubs came back accepting my offers. 2.5 million for Wallace, and I decided to offer him a contract 6,000 a week, and he would be like a sporadic first team player. He would never be the main man. Isla would still play in the right back spot, and Carrasco, he would be a squad rotation player if anything, if he joined the club. So yeah, we offered both of them a contract, and I was just thinking I will sign one of those up. So both accepted my offer, actually, and I thought, who should I get? And in the end, I decided to go to Wallace, get him into the club, and then there's some of my loan offers from earlier here. And then I had Carrasco. Decide to stall him, reject the other offers here I had from my loan offers, and then I thought, maybe we can get Carrasco still. I went to my transfer budget and then changed the wages because he only wanted 6,000 in wages, and by adjusting that I actually had enough money to get him. Not that he's gonna be an important player to get, but just have a little bit more depth in my squad. I thought, you know what, it would be pretty nice to get him as well. He could play right back, left back, right wing, and maybe even on the left wing. So we could kind of play him everywhere, and that was going to be my final business of the transfer window. As you can see, a company went to Barcelona, and Benzema towards then went to City. So some interesting transfers happening there. And Nasri also went to PSG. So a lot of stuff happening towards the end of the transfer deadline window, and we also got our future star scouted. He's a goalkeeper, 5'11" tall. Maybe not the best, but maybe he could be an interesting player to get into the club once Green retires. That could be something. And at the end of transfer deadline day, £113 million were used on players. And that also means we're into the 1st of February. So we go through like the monthly report. Ferdinand keeps on declining. I think he will retire at the end of the season, and I also think his contract is running out there. And if he's not retiring, I'm at least not going to give him another contract because he's not going to be good at the top level for very long. Chifty really improving a lot. Vargas here looks pretty good. It's a shame he's going back to Napoli, but I do not think I have the money to buy him. And yeah, we have quite a few players which are improving now. Matt Phillips still on that +1. Chikawi is a 75 rated player. I believe it was that in the start of January as well. Cranch is still a bit on the decline. And then we have our new centre back. We have a loan from Atletico Madrid. Carrasco improving a little bit after we got him, which is not too bad, to be honest. Hoylett is a 75 rated. Much is still a 71, I believe. And yeah, then we have a lot of the players out on loan has been improving a little bit here and there. And that is pretty much all for the ratings here at the start of February. And apart from that, it was time to move through February months, play some games. We had a lot, like the past few episodes, we had a lot of stuff doing with transfers. And now we sort of have a squad, I feel, which is alright to play with. It got depth. There's not too many old players, and I think we'll be able to at least go through the next 6 months pretty well with the players we have. So we're up against Liverpool. We did draw the first FA Cup game, so it meant that it was up for a rematch. Basically, we had to play one more game, and this was at Anfield. And yeah, Phillips on the ball here, on to Fowlin, and we tried out a shot, but he would hit the crossbar. Unlucky there. And compared to my first game against Liverpool, I didn't play all my main starting 11 players because I had a weekend game, and still the Premier League is the main objective for me. So the only player I like from the main starting 11 that got some playing time or a lot of playing time was Chikawi, getting a shot in there but couldn't convert it. Arroyo, he would get on the ball here in the 50th minute. Go past a few defenders, break on through into the box, but maybe that should have been a finesse shot instead. 72nd minute, Liverpool getting on the ball, a header in there, but we would save it. And another chance, a through ball to Burini, and it's just such a bad goal to concede. It's right at the keeper, it hits his leg and a panna, and that would make it 1-0. Unfortunately, I tried to get back into the game, but not much power on the shot there from Chikawi, and you would break on through in the 90th minute as well. We hit the post, and that means in the end we actually do lose the game to Liverpool 1-0. A very even game, 6 shots from both sides, 3 on target, 50% possession. It wasn't even as it was gonna get this game. Unfortunately, we did lose in the end, but then again, I never saw myself as a contender for the FA Cup title. So going out of the tournament would just mean we had less games to play throughout the next few months, and we only had the Premier League to focus on, which in some way actually is pretty good in my opinion, because then I think we have a better chance of staying within the top. Maybe we can challenge Chelsea for the Premier League title, but I think the objective would still be just to stay within Champions League range, something like that, even though we do have a nice gap down to Newcastle if we were to drop the Champions League spots. So yeah, we're still sitting pretty comfortable in the table regarding Champions League. But yeah, we played 5 minutes of our next game up against Southampton. We get a nice little heel shot in, but it was offside and also saved by the keeper. And this was Carrasco's debut. I played him instead of Sandro because he was playing a bit against Liverpool and was low on fitness. So Carrasco would get on the ball here, and he's quite quick. He would break on into the box, a few skill moves there, send it in. But unfortunately, he couldn't find a Shifty there, so he could get a shot in. And instead, it's Southampton with some really nice pass and move, and they pick up a corner in the 45th minute. They send it into the box, and on their rebound, Long would make a 1-0 for Southampton. Not something the supporters of Loftus Road were happy to see. And Shifty, he would break on through just at the start of the second half and make it 1-1. Nice little fake shot and a sprint touch in between two defenders to get me that equalizer. And we get another chance to wrap down the ball into the box, stops up. And the push and pull would pull Tarap to the ground. A little bit of a cheap penalty, it seemed like, but I would get it. And Tarap, he keeps on scoring from the set pieces, penalty spot kicks, and free kicks and stuff like that. So he scores yet another Premier League goal. He brings us up 2-1 in the game, and the entire team coming to celebrate there. Happy that we go into the lead after having been behind 1-0. And this was just a perfect penalty. Top corner, almost hitting the camera there. And yeah, Southampton trying to get back into the game. Nice header there, but a good save from Green in the net. And instead, it was Arroyo to get on the ball. He is so quick. He was substituted on here. He will pick up a free kick. Tarap stepping up for that. 33 yards. But a nice save there from the keeper in the Southampton net, unfortunately. Arroyo gets another chance. 89th minute, breaking on through. And he tried for the little ball past the keeper, but couldn't get the shot in, unfortunately. But the ball would fall to Shifty, who's getting some playing time in the Premier League, as Chikawi was a little bit low on fitness. But Chikawi's been playing so well. So even though Shifty managed to get a goal in this match and play quite alright, he's probably not going to be able to get Chikawi off that starting 11 spot in most of the Premier League games, because he's just the main man alongside with Tarap, I feel. But anyways, guys, this is going to be where we end off this episode. I hope you did enjoy it, and maybe there'll be another one out, maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. At least I got a crazy game coming up against Sunderland next up. It's ridiculous. I look forward to that, and apart from that, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.